All right, what is up, everyone?
Hey.
It's been how long, Matt, since
A month.
Wow, you're very quick off the mark there.
It's not like we haven't done this before.
Yeah. Okay, so about a month ago, we did a little vloggy thing for everyone. So we wanted to give people a bit of an update, right? So there have been some slight changes on the channel, namely in how much stuff we put out. We're putting out a lot more now, right, Matt?
Right. Double uploads every day.
Oh, that's the dream. That's what we've wanted for a while.
As long as we can keep up.
Yeah, right. We got to get like a good steaming backlog.
Eventually, our main channels would just wither away, and we'll just
Well, that's basically what's happening to my main channel, right? It's been ages. It's been a while since I put something up.
What's wrong? You're not having good times in Guild Wars 2 days?
No, I'm actually playing. People won't believe me when I say this. I'm actually playing more Guild Wars 2 at the moment than I have in a while. I stopped playing Stellaris in my free time, and basically Guild Wars is taking over, but I've not made any videos about it.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm playing Pokemon now. Oh gosh.
Oh, which one have you got? Have you got Omega Ruby?
Yeah. I got Omega Ruby, and it's fantastic, dude. I was just talking about this on the other podcast.
The Dex Nav.
Yeah, and the Dex Nav is like the most amazing thing that ever happened to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the completionists, it's like a godsend.
Yeah, you just sit there and you can see Pokemon come out. You can catch shinies, or I guess have a better chance with every, if you keep seeing that
if
Pokemon.
You keep chaining it, yeah.
Yeah, like there's so much more to it now, and now you don't have to know, whether there's any more Pokemon in the area, because it'll just say at the bottom.
But wasn't the joy of Pokemon reading your physical guides or going to game FAQs?
No.
Long gone are the game FAQs days. I like that though.
No, I basically what happens is that you end up just rushing. Well, the regular dude ends up just rushing through Pokemon, and that's it. Where here you see, what's this silhouette mean? Or blah blah blah, or there's more Pokemon in this area. Let me keep going in this grass and level up a little bit while I try to catch the rest of these Pokemon. And you get a little star badge of, you catched all the Pokemon here. And then even later on, when someone says you want to trade for this and that to get this other Pokemon, you're like, oh yeah, I already have it because I already caught it. And it also excites you to actually explore and see what else is around the area.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's great. All around, there's a lot of little things, little quality of life changes that they did to Pokemon, and it's kind of
they also
really good
did,
now.
They seriously streamlined a lot of it though. They did make it a lot easier. Like with the XP. Have you done any of the Pokemon ME thing where you
the EV training?
No, not the EV training, but which is where you can play with them and give them the special perks where you make them happy enough, and it's they just have a ridiculously high chance of breaking out of all status effects, and they're paralyzed but never mind anymore, or they're gonna get mega crits and stuff like that. Have you played with it?
Is it in the same menu?
As
the super training.
Yeah, as far as I remember, it is there.
Yeah, they didn't even introduce that to me. I remember that in an older game, actually, but I've never tried it in this one.
Was that only in X and Y? Was that only in X and Y, and it's not in Ruby and stuff? Whatever.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway. I haven't beat it yet. I've just been doing some EV training, catching Pokemon, taking my time, really.
Who's on your team?
All I have is how do I pronounce her name again? It's not Grenador?
Oh my god. Gardevoir.
There it is.
Everyone gets a Route and then a Curlier and then a Gardevoir.
Because it has Synchronize, and that's so amazing.
Oh yeah, Synchronize. Yeah, Synchronize is so good.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got 2 of those cards, memorized the name, and then I forgot it right now. Wow. But I also picked what is the water Pokemon? What does it evolve? What's the third evolve?
And then
what's the
Marshtomp? Is it Marshtomp?
Marshtomp is the second one.
And then Swampert. There you go. Swampert. We got there.
There we go. There you go. Okay. Yeah. But I went with Mudkip this time. Usually
it's
I
Hoenn.
go fire.
Come on, you got to go Mudkip and Hoenn. Hoenn's mostly water.
He's super tanky. So I was like, yeah, let me do that. Let me do that for sure.
All right. So look, moving swiftly on. Yeah, I did have a question. Woo. I had a question from Jeffrey Lai. Okay, he left this on part 3 of Soma.
All right.
And he says, please make it 30 min or 40 min plus video for each episode in the series, ... It's going to take so much time to finish ... Or is it going to be another never ending series you guys gonna make? Please, no, please. So what do we have to say? What
never ending series is he talking about?
Yeah, all of our series have ended far too soon.
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. He's probably talking about like the first series we ever done, which is Unravel. That's the only one that actually lasted.
Oh, yeah. Even then, it was only like a month, though. You know,
that is a long time. That's a ridiculously long time to finish a short game like that. That's ridiculous.
I am proud of the Unravel days. Rest in peace, Unravel. Sackboy.
He just likes to have a crazy backlog. Okay.
We both do. Guys, we had the choice. Put up 2 videos a day for everyone, all right, which we've decided is going to be pretty damn cool and everybody's loving. Or we could have just done 1 a day and we could we could work for, make videos for like 6 months and then just go missing in action for a year and no one would ever know because we have such a big backlog.
Right. It was entertaining, to be honest. It was very entertaining. Because the channel's very small right now, so we shouldn't put so much like the whole week working on VisualWood. When there's other things to take care of, especially our main channels. But we decided to put some more work in and do double videos for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy and share.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of feedback, but if anybody wants to talk a bit more about it here and appreciate what we've been doing or chat about it, we'd love to hear. So that Tubby Gamer says, play lovers in a dangerous space-time. He said this 2 months ago. He said, since we all know that you're lovers.
That's crazy that he said that because we ended up playing it. It was in the backlog for a bit, actually.
Well, yeah, do you know what's weird, actually? When he left that comment, we had probably already played it and weren't sure if we were going to upload it.
Right. So we just, I just ended up real quick and just tossed it out there for it because I know people would want to see a co-op game again. Even though most co-op games are just not as interesting as the single-player games that we have found. Like Soma and Life is Strange, I think the people have spoken with their viewership. Yeah, like that those are kind of like really good series for the channel that kind of work. Hopefully there'll be a good co-op game that,
here we go.
Nice yeah.
Speaking of co-op, John Al-Aziz says, I just love watching you two playing games. I haven't listened to the podcast, just watch the videos. That's cool. See, look, people are seeing us for not just the pods. Did you ever play Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons? It's a co-op game and very good.
I actually reviewed it. It's a co-op game, but couch co-op again.
So wait, do you think that's actually a really good candidate for us, maybe?
I've
been recommended it a lot.
Yeah, it's been on the list. I've talked about it in meetings, in our VisualWood meetings. It's on the list. Yeah. But we would have to check out the lag and see how it works because lag, it goes up, it goes down. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not, sometimes it doesn't look good.
Yeah,
so it's a lot of problems.
I quite smugly gave Matt a lot, like brushed his comments on the lag off, made a big joke out of it for game after game after game. And then one of the first major times I had to use Game Stream on Salt and Sanctuary, after one of the earliest times recorded, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and kind of threw it away. The lag's important, guys. And I now see it.
Oh, right. He's just complete. I did good for Unravel. So
you did do very good in Unravel.
It was pretty decent. It was consistent because when the lag is consistent, it's easy to kind of like, move according to that lag.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Kev Mate says, keep it up, guys. Dark Souls 3 co-op, maybe?
Oh, gosh. So to do co-op, I don't know how easy it would be because the last time I did co-op was Dark Souls 2, and basically you summon someone and they stay with you until you reach the boss or whatever, and you would have to kind of keep summoning them. I don't know if there's like a cost to it or something like that. But
I'm not too sure I want to do Dark Souls in the first place, to be honest.
I would love to do it. It's just that it's not easy to do it because Dark Souls fans, they just hate that people play co-op.
Yeah, see, Dark Souls seems really deep and really involved, and seems like something I could really love.
It's not that crazy.
I would love to sort of go back Dark Souls 1, play it, then 2, and then finally 3, rather than sort of flippantly decide to do it one day. I don't know.
You should fly over to the US.
Yeah.
And then do some local hand off the controller.
Oh,
Dark
did I
Souls.
tell you? I might be going to Magaluf soon for a little while to visit my younger brother who lives out there now.
Magaluf? What?
Magaluf, yeah.
What is Magaluf? Is
Only
that a
the
Pokemon?
holiday capital of Spain. It's like, it's like our version of, a party.
But that's not the US.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I haven't been
That's not
abroad
the
for
US
like
though.
7 or 8 years, bro.
Come visit Georgia. You'll feel at home. It's
All
very
right, look,
racist
I'll
here.
get my passport for this trip, and then we'll think about the US afterwards. Yeah.
I had this. All right, so my uncle was gonna move down to Miami. Remember when I was telling you that off cam?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a house he was gonna move into fell through, and so he decided to move to Georgia, right? And I was talking with him, and I was saying all the stuff that has happened to me in Georgia, and before I said any of that, I was saying like, yeah, we're gonna think about moving to Miami. I was like, oh, how's the diversity there, and blah blah blah, and he got a little defensive with his decision to stay in Georgia because he came down from North New York, so it was very cold.
Okay.
So he's coming down because of the code. He is, since it fell through in Miami, he's decided to stay in Georgia because the schools are better, right?
Are they genuinely better, the schools?
No, no, the schools are better in that area
and
stuff like that,
right.
like in that area. I don't know if like he wanted
but
to
so
move
you're
to Miami.
you're telling him about how you're leaving for Miami.
Yeah, I'm leaving, and he's deciding to stay there, and like set roots. He's retired and stuff, and I'm not trying to boast that I'm going to Miami. I'm not trying to defend it or anything. So I was like, I noticed that it came up in the conversation multiple times. It's so awkward when you have to do it.
He's trying to push you
in 4 years, dude.
He's trying to push you to stay, is he?
No, I don't think it could be something as innocent as that. But I think he was getting defensive with his choice. And I'm like, no, I was like, he kept mentioning, like, every time I would mention something about Georgia, because like the KKK was at Stone Mountain the other day, and they every time you think they're gone, they always appear again and stuff like that. And he's like, oh yeah, that's everywhere, even Miami. He keeps mentioning Miami. I'm like, this is not an argument about Miami or Georgia, like, guys in the comments, let me know if you feel that frustration. Sorry, this has become a podcast.
Yeah.
So if you feel that frustration,
I think we knew it was going to be one before we started.
Like I was like, no, I don't want our first talk to be an argument about life choies.
How old is he? You said he's retired. Why is he so fixated on where you choose to live? That's weird.
No, I think he's conscious about his decision that he just made about to stay in Georgia.
Do you think
instead.
he thinks that you're judging him for making that decision?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think he thinks that way. And I'm like, I know he doesn't know me, so I'm going to go visit him and make sure he knows that I'm not part of my terrible family, as many of you people heard. I shouldn't have said that.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, my
Let's move on.
very, very good family they're not judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just too nice to be in my family. Yeah. Anyways, there you go.
All right, moving on. Icarus Galvactoric says, I'd love to see VisualWood, Terraria, or Starbound come back as a regular series.
VisualWood! You see, you got a taste of VisualWood. We talk about Pokemon. We talk about families. There we go. We mixing it up.
I'm going to go ahead and say Terraria and Starbound are never likely to come back.
Wow.
I can't see
Shut
any.
it down.
Someone was telling me about how much better Starbound supposedly is now. And how all the early stuff that you and I played, Matt, all that time ago with the spaceship and stuff is all different and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I really don't. I don't think we're going to get those games.
But there's that Planet Centauri game that's like so much better than
right,
everything.
yeah, because you can transform into
combat is actually
enemies. Good. Yeah, right. Moving on, Kargov Steelfang says, I really like the games that you do are not usually games that have received much coverage. Well, that's an interesting thing to say because though we may cover games that didn't get much coverage, I mean, what are we talking about here? Like Unravel? Right?
Yeah. Unravel just like is obscure.
Nobody really played Unravel. Actually, wasn't there a thing about an Unravel 2 at E3? Or slightly before E3, I remember linking you at some point.
Unravel 2 is coming out. Yeah, I saw that at E3.
But I don't know. We're going to try and get a mix of games that people have played and people haven't. One of the more I don't know whether this is true for you as well, Matt, but one of the more depressing things for me is when people enthusiastically see what we're playing and they'll say, oh yeah, this is my third time watching a series on this, which has happened quite a bit. And I'm like, oh, really? Damn it. So you've already seen a bunch of other people.
Experiences better. We're better than everybody else, right? And that's why I like to, think as I sleep at night, as I spend hours editing a video. So yeah.
Look, buddy, what we should just do is go back to really old, obscure PS1 games like Mr. Mosquito. That was a PS2 game. And just do stuff like that forever. Golden Age.
I would be down with that, but nobody would watch.
Oh, link us, guys. Next question. Ultranaut, who says, interesting, fun co-op game that not many have seen. Renegade Ops. Played this with my friends, and it's great. Renegade Ops, Matt?
I've never heard of Renegade Ops. Maybe I have heard of it. I just never...
It rings a bell,
seeing it. Yeah,
but I never paid attention.
Yeah. In class, yeah.
George Smith says Portal 2. Now, we've had a lot of talks about Portal 2. There was even a podcast, which was, we talked about it quite a lot. However, I have very recently played it, so it would just lose a lot of the magic, unfortunately.
Right, yeah. We were going to play it, and then all of it, and Carrie was like, oh, yeah, go ahead and play it. Then boom! All of a sudden, you guys played it.
What do you mean all of a sudden? It had been months.
All of a sudden, you guys played it. So I was just like, okay. Okay. No, we're not going to play it, I guess.
The competition between you and my love life will forever be intriguing.
Yeah, well, yeah, we haven't talked once to each other. I'm unsure if she even likes me as a person. Like,
she likes you. She likes you a lot. She really likes you. Mm-hmm. She wants to meet you as well. I stand in the way, though. I'm like, no, never will the personal life and the professional life mix stand by.
I know that single thing is just like at the like you don't want to get too attached to me just in case I do something that you hate and you just like get rid of me. All of a sudden, VisualWood is done, guys.
What is this?
VisualWood is disappear.
I was actually thinking the other day, Matt. I was contemplating somewhere that I would love to work.
I have as well, actually.
But you might not believe me, but I am dead serious. All right, it wasn't a serious thing that I was going on about. But when I was thinking about it, I was thinking of my options, and one thing was very clear in my mind that if I were to do such a thing, I would want to keep recording VisualWood. 100% sincere. There is no, so my point is, even if I ended up working full-time someplace for whatever reason, I would still continue this. I really would.
Aw, that's
just
good.
Fun. We just hang out.
It is pretty fun. I think the Soma and Life is Strange series has revived our happiness
because it was so awful. You guys don't realize, but behind the scenes we were hating every second of what were we playing before this. We were thinking of like one of these other games made by the IO people, the Slither IO people, but hated the game so much. I believe your comment on it, Matt, was this is gay.
No, it was garbage. This was garbage.
And we didn't do it. See, we have integrity. We have integrity.
Yeah. Oh, you can't use the G word. Man, dude, I'm telling you, you like to say that I'm an old man, right? Yeah. But I'm telling you, back in the day, no one cared if you said gay, if you said, what's another word that people, retard, if you said any of those things. I
do find, especially when I'm streaming, as a common thing I say, and it might have been a cultural thing or whatever, but I do tend to say retard quite a lot.
Yeah, it comes out every once in a while. Yeah.
And I have sort of found people take massive offense. There are some things that I do that really, really upset people. When I do impressions of people whose opinions I don't respect, and I do kind of this patronizing, arrogant voice, that really flares people up. And the other thing is when I use that word, I would say that some people seem to get very upset by that, which is reasonable. Which is fair enough.
I would like to think that it's not the majority. I think it's like kind of like a half and half thing, you know. Some people hate it, some people don't, depending on the people who are listening.
And even if someone does hate, Well, even if somebody does hate one of those words, it doesn't necessarily make them, a terrible person in so many other places just because my view of the usage of that word is more lax. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny because I've been watching some old shows and they're using all types of stuff, man.
Really?
All making political jokes, whatever. And it's a good show still. It doesn't matter if they use it because they're not using it that way. But like, nowadays the world is like totally different when it comes down to acceptance and what's hip.
Or don't you think though, also, it's just the people you interact with now though.
No.
I think it is to a degree. I reckon if I went and today went and hung around with a bunch of 13 and 14-year-olds, they'd be swearing like sailors and saying particularly offensive stuff because within their friendship groups, nobody's had the time to grow overly offended by certain concepts and ideas. And they're still quite insulated against the world. And I reckon that you'd find people in those age ranges still acting the same.
Well, yeah, of course. There's many people who act a fool.
But you think on TV and stuff, it's
yeah, on TV on stuff like it's they tone all that stuff down. No, you can't say that. No, you can't say that. It's made fun of. Like it's absolutely true. If you watch any of the stuff today, unless they're trying to be edgy, you don't see them use any of those words. Using
do you think that's
gay
necessarily a bad
as
thing,
something as lame as another word of lame does not work. Does not work. So it's one of those things. It's one of those things. Even
tolerance.
Yeah. We could go deep in that subject, but yeah,
probably already went too deep.
Yeah.
Alexander Vladimir says in all caps, "I missed the pod." Unhappy face. What do you have to say to that, Matt?
Well, this could basically be the pod, the Q&A things.
Yeah, this is a bit of a pod replacement.
Yeah. So we can do these like I guess short form pods.
I don't have the balls to call it the VisualWood podcast though. I'm afraid.
No. It's gonna be like VisualWood update Q&A thingy.
Aiden Bradley says something pretty cool. He tells us, and I agree with this by the way. He says to revisit Don't Starve together or to play the new Don't Starve Shipwrecked. He says, honestly, co-op's not even... Shipwreck doesn't have co-op at the moment. He says, honestly, co-op is not key. Even single-player games where we're both talking about the game and stuff is fine. Dude, I really like Don't Starve. As you know, I went on a bit of a stint on it last year and played a lot of Don't Starve together, like on a 9-man server. It was awesome. I reckon that would be pretty cool. If we're ever proper tapped for other ideas, Aiden Bradley, I'll fight your corner. We could do that. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
Shipwreck
down for
looks awesome. Channel Captain Crash says, I've been playing fighting games a lot lately and would like to see you two duke it out in one of them. Any of them really? Killer Instinct is free on Windows 10 though. You already responded to this guy and said, oh, this would be dirty. What do you think? Now?
Yeah, because you're not much of a fighting game guy.
Bro, we all know that fighting games are easy and all you have to do is button mash and beat people who think they're good at them. Let's do it.
Okay. Sure. Sure. I get to win at something because I've been losing the last few times we've played games.
Do you remember the old VisualWood versus?
Yeah, Hearthstone, I got my behind whooped.
Hell yeah,
so
Boulder Fist
badly.
Ogre.
I mean, badly. Because I don't know. I'm not a Hearthstone guy.
You were at a disadvantage. Though neither of us had really played much of it at that time, I have consistently watched Hearthstone streams and videos for since its release. So I at least know a little bit about the game, and so yeah, it was. Yeah, it was
all I knew is that it was a Blizzard game, and I watched a couple Trump stuff, but I never really. I just like his reactions and stuff like.
Someone says, I love seeing the content from both of you. This is Shotty, who says, I love seeing content from both of you, but at the same time, I still miss the random discussion outside the structure of a Let's Play. Well, I hope you're getting that here.
Yeah, you kind of get that in some of the series that we're doing now. We go off on a lot of stuff, high school stuff, and Life is Strange. Man, we go a little bit deep too in Life is Strange.
Oh, I'll wait till we're recording it. But there's something I wanted to talk to you about with that as well.
Oh gosh, okay, here we go.
Based on the response that people have.
Restless
says, if you manage to have 2 series running in parallel and keep it consistent with the daily episodes, this will become a great and successful channel. Believe me, it will. You two are a great team. It's just that the viewers from your main channels didn't find their way here yet.
Really? If you believe so, then I'm going to take you at your word. I'm going to take by this time next year. We shall be growth. We will have some
Hopefully,
growth.
we'll see. Do you remember back when the pod first started, like on episode 4 or 5? We promised people that if we were big in 2016, was it, or 15, we were going to host a VisualWood panel at a convention. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and that has.
Oh, the way you said "yeah" there.
That hasn't happened. So
let's brush that under the rug.
Yeah.
Check it out. Althalo says VisualWood plays Hearthstone. Was pretty funny the last time. Sure, I'm up for it. We'll play some old gods.
I'm done. Well, we really wanted to play Well, I really wanted to play Fable.
You were more into Fable than I was.
Really want to play Fable. Now the games are garbage. Okay, let's be honest here.
Well, 1 and 2 are okay.
I know a lot of people have nostalgic for the first one, but 2 and 3 were. I had fun with 2 because it was co-op. But if it wasn't for co-op, like the story, I would.
3
if I
was
played
also
again,
co-op?
I'm pretty sure I would trash it. It's like that I don't know. Like I've been playing through some games, and I it's funny when I did the MGS4 review. A lot of people have this nostalgia for playing the game when they were younger and they don't really know what they were seeing. And now when you play it now, it's like, and I guess as a reviewer, you kind of notice things a lot more than the regular person who's just playing to have fun, which is great. I should have that balance there. But I actually didn't really like MGS4, but the story wise anyway. But like this should be that nice balance. But I think if people go back and play Fable 2 and 3, especially Fable 3, I'm pretty sure you don't want another one after that. Pretty sure. But
Fable wasn't Fable. What came after 3?
There was supposed to be
there was the Legends thing, the Connect game or whatever. Did that end up existing?
It was that Connect game. I forgot if it got
called
canceled
Fable
or it
Legends,
came out and no one cared. But there's another one which it was kind of like you remember, when one player plays the dungeon master and 3 people play the
okay, yeah, because they started doing weird things with the IP, right? Funding very different types of games. Which is what they're still doing, if you think about it. A TCG's coming out. So.
Well, Microsoft, it was called Fable Legends, the dungeon thing, and Microsoft didn't want to fund Fable Fortune, the card game, which has co-op in it, which is amazing, which I've been looking for such a long time. They didn't want to fund it, so they allowed them to do a Kickstarter, right? And basically to gauge the audience and if people actually want this or whatever, because they basically killed Fable. And now they've been working on this for the past over a year, and because they canceled everything, they had this like almost finished product that's
unbelievable.
It happens a lot. And they just wanted to put it out there. They've been working at it for so long. Imagine you've been working on something for over a year and they're like, oh no, it's not going to be put out. Like, it's not just, game design is not just another job, like, unless, you think of it as another job. Like, I would think that it's you want to put this out there to see what people like, put smiles on your faces, kind of like when you do more YouTube videos.
It's just you get the rug pulled completely out from under you and nothing you expected was going to happen ends up.
Yeah. But they weren't successful on the Kickstarter, but they got funding, canceled it, and now they're going to be on closed beta on Steam. So hype. I'm going to be playing the hell out of that.
You know what that reminds me of? This is a totally different topic, right?
Yeah.
But it reminds me of there's this movie I read about, right? And it's just there's a specific director. I can't remember the name of the director or the movie. People in the comments, you can have my back and substantiate this, all right? But there is a movie out there where the director hired like a huge cast, a massive number of people. And several of these people went into filming the movie believing that they were the main character, that they had the starring role, and they filmed hours and hours and hours and hours of footage. Only to find that the director later, they'd gone off and told all their family and their friends, hey, yeah, I'm the star, I'm the lead role in blah, blah, blah. Only to go to the premiere of the movie and find that in the cutting room, during editing, their role was diminished to the point that they are just a character walking in the background of a single shot in one scene of the movie. And otherwise they are not in it whatsoever. And basically what it is it's this director who just plays with his actors and actresses, tells them, you know, all these things to try and get a specific performance out of them, and they have no genuine idea what's going on. Like, just has 40, 50 hours worth of footage and eventually manages to get a single film out of it. How crazy is that?
It's because they think they'll deliver a better performance.
Yeah, they'll develop.
They think they're the main role.
Yeah, even though they're in the background or whatever for a little while, they're really giving their heart and soul. There's a lot of context to the performance. That character, it's supposed to have some more authenticity to it or whatever.
What movie is it?
I can't remember the name of the movie or the director, but he's well known for it. It was this huge thing.
Did the movie get at least good reviews?
No, I think the movie in the end was a crappy movie as well.
Well,
wasn't even
there you go.
It doesn't surprise you, right?
No, it doesn't.
My God.
Jeez.
All right, well, look. I've just scrolled through. Mostly, there's a lot of great game suggestions, guys. We're very happy. We're happy that you're all enjoying the double uploads and the longer run times of them. If anybody's got any questions, drop them below and we'll do another one, right? Yeah, Matt?
Yeah. Maybe we'll not. Specific date here. I'm promising it. You know,
we will have another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Check back on VisualWood tomorrow for another massive Q&A mini pod style thing.
Just because it won't be a VisualWood podcast without some anime talk. I saw a question talking about My Hero Academy, Baku no Hero Academy. I know about it. I have not watched it yet. It looks like a little bit of fairy tale characters in there as well. It's interesting. I might give it a try later on. I've just been kind of swamped with everything. But yeah, I'll give that a try. So there you go. Anime talk. It's a full-on VisualWood podcast
Boom.
now.
Love it. Yeah, so we are listening, guys. We will check out your recommendations. Any questions, topics you want to give for us, let us see them. And until next time, have a good one, and we hope you're enjoying, yeah?
And train on!
Oh, my God. Dear me.
Pokemon. Gotta
Ruin.
catch up.